Here, y'all know I gotta have y'all talk to the people out there because they love this Girlfriends episode. It's healing and changing lives, and women are actually learning more about themselves and learning how to create friendships as adults. So I want you guys to look in that camera. I don't know, is this their camera? Oh, this y'all camera over here. So talk to the female that is struggling with setting boundaries with her other friends. Y'all need a minute?
Don't be afraid to. What camera am I looking at? Don't be afraid to set boundaries. Boundaries are healthy. Don't let anyone make you feel like they're not. At the end of the day, choose you, be wise, love on people. You can still show up for people, but show up for you and be there for you. But at the same time, again, some people take kindness and humbleness for weakness. That's a strength. That is a strength that we have. And choose you in this season. And even if you choose 1 year to choose you or 1 month to choose you, take some time to choose you and you'll see the difference. I promise you.
What I want to say is friendships, relationships, especially sisterhood is super, super important. It's needed. It's needed for your growth. It's needed for your social space. As a woman, it's needed, period. However, boundaries are needed in any relationship that you're in. And one thing I've learned is when someone is your real friend, when they're supposed to be in your space for real and you guys are equally yoked as friends, they will respect every single boundary that you have, and actually they will help you enforce boundaries, right? Because one thing I do know about a friend, when a friend loves you and they're there for the right reasons, they're there for you to be healthy, they're there for you to be happy, and they're there to watch you elevate and grow. So if I can't tell you nothing else, boundaries are sometimes used loosely, but they're needed. And make sure that you stick to your boundaries. If I can't tell you anything else, stick to your boundaries and choose you every single time.
Go ahead, Pam. Pamology.
No, so
Yeah, go touch your folk again.
So, when we speak about boundaries and when we speak about standards, I challenge you to be curious. Go find out what those are and start looking at how you actually, if you have them and if you don't. Because personally, there was an acquaintance of mine, not even a friend, but an acquaintance that I came across that I was speaking to about a situation. And the first question she asked me was, well, what are your boundaries around that? And I was like, well, it was this, you act like you know and you're performing that you know boundaries when you really haven't actually taking the time to do the research to figure out, because there are different levels, there are different types of boundaries. You have boundaries around your time, boundaries around your possessions, boundaries around, of course, your heart, boundaries around your mental, your intellectual, so really look at how, if you haven't already created them, look at what they are. Start defining them, and then look around you and see how not setting them has affected you, and how, okay, maybe if I start to really set some things, maybe that will I'll avoid some things. I'll avoid, some of this chaos and, whatnot that's been going on in my life. So that's my thing is we say a lot of things and we're on all these platforms and we're using these words, but I challenge you to go and look up these words and really define what it is, because it's not just about boundaries, it's also about your standards of how you look at people and observe how they interact in this world, in this life, with other people, how they are with themselves, how they treat themselves. So be wise, be curious about you and you and you and you first and foremost.
Curious. Wow. I love that. I have spent the past 2 years intentionally, purposely telling stories, telling other people's stories. And in that season, I found my own story. I found my own voice, and I began to say something. See, say something is very powerful because it's going to heal you from within. It's going to allow you to be transparent. It's going to allow you to tap into most of the things that they just said, which is you. And so tapping into myself this season, I have freed myself. I have given myself permission to be vulnerable. I have given myself permission to feel and let people know that I feel. And I'm not just this She-Ra that everybody think that I am, or that I have even played the part of being. So my word to you, my encouragement to you is to say something. And your say something may look like, no, not right now. Or yes to yourself, I will finally put you first. Whatever it is, when you say it, it will actually come to pass. You will gain fruition of it. So I thank you ladies for being here.
Absolutely.